Good evening, good evening. Welcome to my platform. I am your facilitator and host, Vicki Johnson. Good evening to everyone. And I just want to elaborate on last night about the video. It it's all about controlling the anger and letting it escalate to a different explosive level. And I wanted to go over some clues concerning anger management, because we all get triggers, we all get warning signs, we all get clues of when something is about to go over the top. So I decided to piggyback and back up a little bit for those who don't know anything, really have monitored themselves about anger management. We all get warning signs. Some of us get tremblings and shaking, our voice change. Some of us ventilate. Some of us, get real shaky and nervous. It's just a lot of things. And some of us just break out in sweat. Uh, some are lost of words. It just depends on the person. But those are called warning signs before we get to another level, before we take it to another level, such as being explosive. And we don't want to get explosive, because when we're escalating to another level, then the next level after the warning signs is being explosive. That means, you out of here. You just about out of here. You don't want to hear anything. So we're going to get down to real talk again. I want to apologize. Welcome to my platform. My name is Vicki Johnson. So I want to talk about anger and family, because when it's family involved, sometimes we just explode. We don't even think about it. We don't have no conversations. We just go straight to the top, because it's family. We're just blah, 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 and just say, hey, this how it is. If you don't like it, oh well. But we need to learn how to respect one another, especially when you are a spouse and you are involved with one another. Y'all in a relationship. Y'all, as one. You're really supposed to be as one according to the Bible. So we want to learn how to handle things more better than we normally do. And the first thing, you want to take notice of your actions. Yeah, you should really take notice of your actions by evaluating yourself. Evaluating the measurement of your anger. So if you know that you are the type of person that's easily to get upset, then you probably want to monitor and evaluate yourself. Then after you evaluate yourself, to if you see you're so easily to get upset just like that, then there are some anger issues that you need to address with maybe a professional, someone who is in that field, deal with anger management. So you want to assess yourself. That's the first thing. And after assessing yourself, you want to monitor yourself. Not just only one time, but you really want to work on this and monitor yourself at all times and try to eliminate the aggressiveness that comes with the anger. Because most people who do not control their anger, they tend to get upset real quickly, and then they want to be more aggressive, such as, their anger will explode to where they just want to fight, become more angry by cursing or by tearing up things. it just explode in so many different ways. Now, if you catch yourself doing that, then you really, really need to seek help on controlling your anger. Also, you want to evaluate your family members to get down to the root of it and say, what causes me to be so angry at fill in the blank? And after you evaluate that with yourself and you still don't have a clue of what's causing you, or you don't have a clue or a trigger to what causing the anger, then maybe you need to sit down, if you can, to talk about it and say, hey, let's talk about this, especially spouses. Let's talk about this. I was saying last night I could identify with my friend in some of the things that she said. I can really identify, and it was like a trigger to me, because it opened up some old wounds that I had been working on, and I'm still working on. I'm a work in progress. This is something that you continue have to work on, especially if you've been through so much trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma, and it goes on and on and on. So it's a continuation on working on you, getting yourself better, healing yourself in so many areas that has been hurt and broken down and full of hurt and pain. So you continue to work on yourself. Don't look at the other person. Don't look at the other spouse and say, well, he's not working on himself, so why should I work on myself? That's not the attitude or behavior that you want to have. You want to fix yourself so you can be healed, so you can be free, free in your spirit, free in your heart, free in your mind. So you want to do the work to work on you. Also, you want to make sure that you keep a clear mind. And keeping a clear mind is journaling. Journal and make sure that you journal mostly about yourself, what you can work on for yourself, instead of trying to figure out the other person. Because one thing I have learned, that you will never figure out the other person. You will never know the other person really, unless they come to you and y'all talk about it. But most of all, journal about yourself, what you can improve, what you can improve about yourself, and how to handle difficult situations instead of being explosive like a ticking time bomb. No one wants to be around someone who is like that, because one thing is not safe. It's not safe. One thing they need to really work on is their behavior and attitude. And it can cause you legal problems if you don't get it fixed or you don't seek professional help. Sooner or later, y'all listen to me, it will be to where you have to deal with legal situations, and you definitely don't want to do that. Also, you want to play a role in being the leader, being the example of how to control your anger. Because, it's so imperative that we fix ourselves, because one thing, we can't fix others. I learned the hard way trying to fix people. We cannot fix people. We can only fix ourselves and work on ourselves. Okay? So, I know we wonder sometimes how a man or a woman should act these days in society. We look at too many movies, which that is not real life. It's just a movie. Also, we look at too many people on social media, as I stated last night. You can pretend whoever you want to be on social media, and also, on television. You can pretend, whoever you want to be. But the real truth of the matter, you get down to the root of the problem and say, hey, I have a problem. And this is the problem. And you don't have to talk to anyone. That's your choice. But you have to do that self-talk and that self-care. You have to figure out some things that will fix you. And if you don't want to talk to anyone, just jot it down and just say, Lord, these are the problems that I'm dealing with. This is what I have. I have a major problem that I need to work on. Like I said, always, you have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, then it will not work. Every day I'm putting in the work. Every day I'll make a better version than I was the day before. And I come and I meditate and I say, Lord, what is it that I can work on today that will make me better? Because my main concern is loving everyone that I can love. In spite of how I've been treated in the past, in spite of the hurt and pain, I'm doing the work on recovery. I'm trying to recover in every area. I know it's going to be a process. I know it's going to take time, but I'm working on some areas in my life that I can improve and bring life to someone else that's hurting or walking the walk that I have walked in the past, so I can give them information. Hey, sis, hey, brother, I've been through that. I feel you. I feel your hurt. I feel your pain. That's exactly what I had posted yesterday. I feel your pain, sis. I've been there. I can identify that. But you know what? I chose not to stay there. I chose not to wallow in that. I chose to pick myself up and move forward with my life. So now that I am complete and whole, I want to remain complete and whole. I want to remain joyful. I want to remain happy. I want to remain satisfied. So I had to work on myself. I had to go through some things that really didn't feel good. But, at the end of the tunnel, after all the hard work, and you coming out and you see that light, you walking toward the end of that tunnel and you seeing that light, that's a good feeling. Because back then it didn't feel good when you was walking or you first started out in that tunnel. So now that you're approaching to the end of the tunnel, you learn some things, you feel good about yourself, you feel positive, and you feel motivated. You feel like you can go out and conquer the world. That is wonderful. That is great. That's the point that you want to get to right there. When you feel all of those things and you have worked so hard to get there, you don't want no one to steal your joy or carry you back where you have to start over. Because starting over and people carrying you back and you allow them to carry you back, it's double work. It's double work. So you want to continue to work on yourself. You want to continue to better yourself. You want to continue to have the best relationships that you can have with people. You want to build a great rapport. You don't want to build something where they know you as a troublemaker or they know you as cray-cray. A lot of people say, oh, she just cray-cray. You don't want any stigmas or any labels on you like that. You want someone to look at you. Hey, my name is Vicky. My name is Vicky. How can I help? That's how I walk into the room these days. Instead of extending my arm out for help, back in the days, I wanted everything that I could get from a person. I wanted the free resources. I wanted everything that a person had to offer me. Now that the roles have changed and my reverse thinking, I had to change my mind and my mindset of all of that using people, getting over, conniving and cunning people. I had to reverse all that. And once you reverse that, you will feel super better. I'm telling you. But you have to put in the work. If you don't work it, it will definitely not work for you. I don't care how you try to figure out things. I don't care how you pace the floor at night. If you don't come up with a good plan, then it won't work. But if you still have that old mindset of doing things your way and trying to figure out to come up on people, then it definitely won't work. So we're going to have to pick this up later on. So I'm really going to talk about anger and how to control your anger and reinforcing learning concepts, because, you know, when we're unlearned and we don't know how to reinforce things or learning, especially our learning concepts, then everything becomes difficult. You don't understand a lot of things. So we're going to elaborate and talk on this and pick it up a little bit more. But thank you all for listening to me and welcoming y'all to my platform each and every day, because this right here is real talk. Real life lessons that we can learn each and every day. So thank you all. I really appreciate it. And y'all make it a great day. All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.